Conservative traditional men are more attractive to liberal women than progressive partners. Yes, they are. Pretty sure we got you guys have covered the New York Post side of this, but I found this one from BPR Business and
Well,
Politics.
here's the thing. I mean, the progressives are the ones that have like the fluorescent hair and all of the piercings and tattoos. Why, as a dude, would you invest the fruit of your labor into a poisonous tree frog? That is just stupid.
Well, Papa, I heard she's crazy. You know what they say about the crazy chicks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are correct. She loves me. She's good people. She never do that to me, right? Get out of here.
Even progressives are put off by their own kind, at least when it comes to dating. An op-ed piece published by the New York Post, the author explained how difficult it is to date in liberal-leaning New York City. Using her progressive friend Mark as an example, she explained that not only is he well-educated, he's good-looking, donates to liberal causes, and goes to protests too. I wonder if he throws any Molotov cocktails or rocks or anything like that.
Here's the thing. What the hell are they protesting about? I mean, everyone's got a TV in their house. Everyone's, got lights. Most people have 2 goddamn cars. There is nothing a woman cannot do that a man cannot do in today's day and age. Why are they listen, they are too complacent, and to be honest, I think we're due for some interesting times to reset this insanity.
Yep. Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you on that one, Pop. But going back to your question, what are they protesting about?
Mhm.
That's a good question, because apparently there was a large group of protesters in New York City earlier today blocking the entrance to the Citibank building. Why were they? I have no idea, but they damn near started beating on a woman trying to go in, just walking into the building. Of course, there's two guys there, they're soy boys, but they look like they at least took care of themselves somewhat. But yeah, they're sitting there, they're fucking yelling at her, shouting at her, pointing down at her. Feminism,
That's
feminists. Right. We have a man, the patriarchy that you said you were going to destroy, shouting down to a hardworking woman who's going to work because she's strong and independent. She can take care of herself.
Yeah, I just wondered, what was that protest about? Okay, I'll have to look into it later.
Climate change. That's all. I saw the video and I was like, I'm not going to listen to it. I refuse to listen to them shrieking.
Listen, this people are starting to get sick and tired of all this bullshit, and it's going to get ugly. It's going to get to the point where these environmentalists sitting on the street blocking traffic, they're just going to get run over. People are just going to get sick of it.
Turn the radio up, put the hammer down, and ignore the bumps and screams.
I mean, I hate to see it, but I used to hunt human beings. I know human nature, and at some point that's going to happen.
Yep. Going back to here this article, but the only problem is that he's still single and can't figure out why. I'm really open-minded and cool about gender stuff on dates, but I always feel like I'm walking on eggshells. Again, don't walk on eggshells. Smash them eggs into the fucking ground and make them a foot omelet and make them eat it.
Well, if you are a liberal dude, male feminist, and you are thinking you're going to date these feminists because you're one of them, you have another thing coming. They will not respect you. They will cheat on you, run game on you, take your shit, and then jettison you to, a world of humma woof woofs. And then maybe you'll take the red pill and unfuck your life.
Yep. And it's not like male feminists, abuse their, feminist, standing points to take a shot at some poon.
That's right.
No, they don't do that at all.
No, they're all about, playing the game to play the poon.
Yep. Mark, I should say, if I pay for dinner, it signals I don't value my date as my equal, so I'm super casual about it all. If she wants to pay or split it or whatever, that's fine with me. I see no problem with that.
No,
If you, but if you make the date, you should probably pay for it. But if you're like, hey, let's just meet up for coffee or whatever.
yeah, that's my policy. If I ask
Yep.
a woman out, I pay.
Yep.
Yeah. But usually I've met with her 2 or 3 times prior to an actual date, and so I've had women get all upset, what do you mean cocky? And I'm like, forget it.
Yeah.
Never mind. Don't worry.
Uh, yeah. I just met you. I'm, in your mind, you're like, I'm doing reconnaissance here just to make sure that, this may or may not be a good thing to do. As soon as
Yeah.
she says, what do you mean coffee? Bye-bye.
Well, I mean, dinner for 2 at a medium priced restaurant with a couple drinks, it's $150 easy.
Yep.
And if I don't know you, you really think I'm going to invest that kind of money into you? No, no, because you know what? You might be out of your goddamn mind. You might have a laundry list of red flags more than a communist parade. And I don't know it until I talk to you over coffee and I figure it out. And then I just ghost because you are not the person for me.
Oh, look, Space Ghost is on.
Yeah. And I'm out of, maybe I'd get a mocha for like 5 and a quarter. That's all I got invested in that whole transaction.
Yep. Get you a mocha and a donut.
I'm too old for donuts. They stick right to my ass.
See, but the author contends her friend's style isn't as attractive as good old-fashioned chivalry. I find it attractive when a man plans our first few dates and knowingly walks curbside when we're together. It signals he wants to protect me from passing traffic or rent puddle splashes. When I was a kid, my mom told me to always walk curbside, but I assumed my generation of women would think that it's too old-fashioned. Mark responded, "No, I'm really confused."
But what you're saying right there is women want to play the, progressive, strong, independent, liberal woman, but then they want to have a man who still follows the code of chivalry. All right, ladies, chivalry is a warrior's code from the Middle Ages. Women and children are mentioned in it in 2 sections. It's a total of, I think, 4 sentences. So guess what? You have no idea what you're talking about. All right. Read the actual codes of chivalry, and maybe you'll get an idea of what that pertains to.
Yep. And he's confused for a good reason. No, he's just stupid. The progressive ideology pushing chivalry out the window is contrary to the female DNA, which yearns for protection, at least according to evolutionary psychologist and professor at the University of New Mexico, Jeffrey Miller, who penned the book The Mating Mind. It's a mismatch between what progressive women say and what they want, and they'll actually respond to. Miller said, women's instinctive preferences have evolved for hundreds of thousands of years for guys who are competent, strong, good providers, good protectors, and happy with sexual division of labor, he added. Women want decisive men who are also compassionate and thoughtful. An Iowa State University study from 2018 confirmed that women prefer more traditional men that act like conservatives because these men invest in the relationship by being protective, committed, and by providing resources.
So what you just said there is not all of these, but a majority of these women who are uber liberal progressives, at some point, they're going to have to link up with dudes who are conservative. And then usually if it turns into a long-term thing, those women will adapt the values and mindset of the man they are with.
Yep. And, this is just my opinion or my way of thinking about things, but most liberal dudes live with their parents still in the basement. And I don't think any chick wants to go back to his place and say, we got to be quiet. My parents are asleep.
Or you get up in the morning. Do you want some Captain Crunch? That's got to be one of the biggest turnoffs.
Yeah.
Want me to get you a bowl of Captain Crunch? Like, what? Are we in the 5th grade? I'm out of here.
No shit. Responses confirm that it's no shock that majority of who prefer men to make more chivalrous, traditionally masculine roles in the relationship. Yep, this is some of these tweets I watched, I read, and they're hilarious. This guy says, they want to date men. Is that what I'm reading? Not effeminate men. Yep. And
Yeah.
Jay here, you mean a man with a backbone and integrity? Stunning.
Well, you know, the man with a backbone will give a woman the best bone.
That is true. That is true. This is a time-tested set of behaviors, strategies, cultural norms that have lasted for centuries because they help find and keep good mates. And everybody knows this. Women in their heart know this, and men don't take them at their word. Yep. One Trump fan, David Goss, is helping to make dating great again by focusing on his new website, TrumpSingles.org.
You know what? Listen, when I was on Plenty of Fish and Match a few years back, after Trump won the election in 2016, so many of these women were like, if you're a Trump supporter, don't even bother. All right, so these women are north of 40. There's nothing left. There's not even low-hanging fruit left anymore. It's all fruit that's on the ground, infested with worms, bugs, and what have you. And half of that fruit is even worse because they supported Trump. Good luck with that.
Yep. And it wasn't just the older ladies. I was actually on I think it was Plenty of Fish as well, and I was on there too. And of course, it was, if you voted for Trump, don't even bother. And like,
Yeah.
I hate Trump supporters. And I'm like, all right, fine, have fun in Box Wine and Catland.
I was kind of, hey, let's put this out to the chat. All right, dudes, please send me screenshots of like women's profiles to the channel, redonkulous12gmail.com if you can. We'll blur out the face and the screen name, and we'll start rating them on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the best and 10 being the shittiest.
That sounds like a good time. That'll be a good Thought Thursday for next week.
Oh my God. Listen, ripping those apart it's hilarious.
Oh, it's good times.
I watch Better Bachelor just for the woman profile ripped down. That shit's great.
But going back here, his TrumpSingles.org helps conservatives weed out the type of confused progressives that might not subscribe to the more traditional dating roles that most people tend to prefer. At first, I was concerned that people would think it was just a parody site, said the 35-year-old conservative website developer. But people have told me that they're so happy they can finally go on dates without worrying about political differences. So next time you men are out on a date, buck up, open the door for your date, and pay for dinner without any questions. If she's offended, she's probably not your type anyway.
Yep.
Here's
another thing. If you're trying to get with a woman and she's walking around always offended, you are literally putting the noose of drama around your neck. If you stick with this woman and try to date her, don't do it.
Don't do it, man. It's gonna be bad time. Ugh. Ugh.
Yeah. Listen, God bless you for reading that. But you can see when you read these liberal articles, they always countermand each other. They log jam. They destroy their own argument towards the end. And I have no idea why they're still allowed to write these articles, because they're absolute bullshit.
Watch Grunt Speak live every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And if you want to join Pop for Supporter Sundays, go to redonkulous.com/donate and make a monthly pledge. A link is in the Meat Gazer box.